Tori Roloff left fans laughing over the weekend when she admitted to an all-too-relatable toxic trait. The Little People Big World alum made her revelation by way of a video that she posted on Instagram on Saturday, January 25. In the clip, the mom of three panned her camera over to show several countertops in her home. The surfaces were spotless as they gleamed in the daylight coming in through the windows and from the lights that were on inside the house. The only objects on the countertops were a few essentials, such as a knife block and drinking glasses, and a few decorative touches, like picture frames and flower-filled vases. My toxic trait is my stress level is directly related to how many things are on my counters, the TLC star wrote in a text overlay included with the video. She added a clarification in her Instagram caption, writing, "But don't look in my junk drawer." Several of Roloff's fans wrote in to say that they understood her point of view completely and that they totally agree. In the same way, one fan wrote as another said, yup, I can totally relate," and a third said they feel this deeply. "You must have no stress." One person commented after viewing the Raising Heights podcast co-hosts' clutter-free countertops, while another observed, "Your counters are calming. Clutter-free is peaceful. I wish I had this trait," one Instagram user admitted. A few people also wrote in to echo the reality TV personality's comment about stashing objects in a junk drawer, with one commenting, "So true about the junk drawer. The dreaded junk drawer, it's my nemesis." Another fan wrote, "Junk drawers unite." One Instagram user cheered. Little People Big World celeb Tori Roloff recently spilled some surprising TLC secrets since cutting ties with the network. So what revelations did Tori recently spill, and what did she have to say about it? Tori Roloff and Zach Roloff deciding to quit Little People Big World after season 25 was the catalyst that led to the show ultimately being canceled. Initially, many fans thought that Zach decided to quit as a way to take a petty shot at Matt Roloff for the botched Roloff Farms deal. Many people believed that Zach Roloff, Tori Roloff, and their family would be the future of the franchise. However, with Zach and Tori deciding to quit, that was off the table. An insider also previously revealed that the only person who wanted to keep filming the show was Matt Roloff. So, inevitably, it makes sense that the network canceled the show. One of the things that Zach and Tori Roloff have done to keep themselves busy since quitting Little People Big World is focusing on their podcast, Raising Heights. In a recent episode of the podcast, Tori Roloff made some surprising revelations about TLC. Tori Roloff went on to say, "I don't think TLC wanted the talent to be mingling. I don't think they wanted the talent to talk to each other. And honestly, I see why." Tori Roloff continued, adding, "TLC was probably scared. We weren't all like unionized. Reality TV wasn't unionized. We talked a little bit about that with Ginger and Jeremy, and how that would have been nice to have that communication with somebody else that was doing the same thing you were doing. But we had a great time," Tori said of spending time with Ginger and Jeremy Vuolo. Across several reality shows, many cast members over the years have called out TLC for some of their shady practices. The way Tori puts it, she seems to suggest that the network keeps stars of various shows purposely in their own bubbles so that they won't go around comparing notes. Certainly, one of the things that cutting ties with TLC has allowed Zach and Tori to do is be more open with their views and opinions. Overall, they also seem to be enjoying their family life without having to work things around a TLC filming schedule. At the end of the day, they did what was best for them, and they seem to have no regrets. Zach Roloff is not holding back when it comes to his opinions about urinals in public restrooms. The Little People Big World alum 34 shared his blunt views regarding bathrooms during the Thursday, January 16 episode of his and his wife, Tori Roloff's Raising Heights podcast, where they discussed all things ICK. Men's bathrooms have urinals, and there's a short one. There's 50 million tall ones and then there's one short one. Zach began before recalling the story that sparked his rant. And then I walk into the bathroom and there's one 6'2" dude in there. And do you know what urinal he's using? He's using the short one. Why do you think that is? Tori asked, to which her husband replied, because it's the first one you hit, so you have to walk a few more feet down to use your appropriate size urinal. And I walk in and I stand behind him. Because you can't use the tall ones, Tori continued. I cannot. The tall ones are like, up here, Zach explained, raising his hand to his chest. They're 3 feet tall. I don't know if it's a kid thing or I don't know if it's a handicap, ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, thing. Zach went on to say that people need to be more aware and use common sense when it comes to public restroom etiquette, noting that there are case-by-case exceptions. Either way, same principle applies, he added. Maybe at a sporting event at the end of the game, if every urinal is full. Anyone with dwarfism will hear me loud and clear on this. This is a known thing. This is a very known thing. Tori then signed off on the former TLC personality's PSA. Stop using the first urinal. Wives, tell your husbands. Fans of the longtime couple were quick to support Zach and Tori in the comments section of the post, with one social media user writing, "Love your conversations, all humorous, serious, and informative. Thank you." Another said, "Zach, I admire the way you carry yourself. You have such confidence. The way you talk and handle things with such grace is something I respect a lot. You're a great example of how to own who you are and not let anything hold you back. Tori is lucky and you guys are such a cool team." Reality TV fans were first introduced to Zach and the rest of the Roloff family when Little People, Big World premiered on TLC in 2006. Zach and Tori started dating in 2011 after meeting on the Roloff family farm the year before and tied the knot in 2015. They share 2 sons, Jackson and Josa, and a daughter, Leela. One day before the season 25 finale of the long-running reality series, Zach and Tori announced their exit via their podcast in April 2024. I think the chapter has closed regardless of us being asked back or not. We've made it pretty clear we're done with that chapter for multiple reasons, Zach said at the time. Little People, Big World spoilers reveal that fans are upset that Matt Roloff has called his ex, Amy Roloff, lazy. Even though fans are upset with him about this, they have also started to re-watch previous episodes and have seen that Amy isn't the only one who has been disrespected. Let's take a deep dive into what fans are pointing out now. The Roloff family recently announced that the show would end after season 25. After watching the last season of the show, a lot of fans weren't shocked to hear this news. Tori and Zach Roloff left the show to focus on their family, but Zach and Matt had a huge falling out when the farm went up for sale. Without the Roloff children and grandchildren, fans began to lose interest and the ratings dropped quite a bit. The Roloffs are very active on social media and they all seem to have their own projects these days, but fans of the show will still miss them on television. That is why they have started to watch the shows again. While watching the show back, some fans pointed out that Amy and Matt have been very rude to one another for years. In one scene, Amy's car was leaking oil and Matt brought it up that there was oil all over the driveway. She told him that she did it on purpose just to piss you off. For years, Matt and Amy really did seem to have it out for one another, even when they were married. During one scene, Matt basically called Amy lazy as he showed off everything that there was to do on the farm. Fans commented about how their house was always a mess and that Amy never seemed to want to do anything on the farm. One fan wrote, "He's driving around on a golf cart calling other people lazy." Another added, "Their house was always a disaster in the beginning few seasons. I always thought she was lazy, and Matt started 100 projects at one time and barely finished any." The TLC star revealed his new hairstyle in a snap, posted to Instagram on Jan 8. Matt Roloff is flaunting a new look. The Little People, Big World star, 63, unveiled a grown-out hairdo in a photo posted on Instagram, having transformed from his signature cropped look. Matt looked in good spirits as he sat shirtless on a beach with shaggy long locks grown down to his neck. "Livin' and lovin' life," he wrote in the caption, while opting not to reveal when the photo was taken or how long he'd been growing his hair. Fans shared their mixed reactions to Matt's new grown-out hairstyle in the comment section. "Dang Matt, looks like you've turned hippie on us. Good for you, my friend. Far out man, grooving. You look like a surfer dude from Malibu, Cali, enjoy," a second commented. "Is this for laughs or is that head of hair real?" another questioned. A fourth remarked, "Midlife crisis going on." Matt liked a comment questioning if the photo of his new shaggy hairstyle was AI generated. His previous post on Instagram was shared back in November and showed him with shorter hair as he wore a sun hat on another beach in the British Virgin Islands. Matt's happy-spirited post comes months after his son Zach, 34, revealed that the pair's relationship was not great. Zach said on his and Tori Roloff's Raising Heights podcast in May 2024, "It's not like existent, I guess. The filming ended, you kind of just give yourself some space, and then the show airs 6 months later, and it kind of brings up some old wounds," referring to the 25th season Little People, Big World, which concluded in April 2024. Matt and his son's tense relationship came about following Matt's engagement and as the family considered their farm's future. Matt placed a portion of his property that his son was interested in buying up for sale. Matt eventually opted to turn the property into a short-term vacation rental, which was shown on the show. "Dust is settled, but like nothing's been fixed or anything," Zach explained on his podcast. "Stuff comes out on social media and you realize that people are thinking the same thing? I don't know, more time might heal," he added. New year, new Matt. Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff returned to Instagram after a 2-month social media break to seemingly debut some wild new hair. The TLC personality, 63, took to the social media platform on Tuesday, January 7, to share a shirtless close-up photo of himself in the ocean with a beach and palm trees in the background. Matt's previously short gray locks appeared to be grown out to shoulder length and styled in luxurious waves. However, he had a glow around his head, hinting that the hair was edited or AI generated. "Lovin' my best life," Matt wrote over the snap. In the caption, he added, "Livin' and lovin' life." Fans in the comments were confused about Matt's new look and questioned whether or not it was really his hair. "Is that really your hair or a meme?" one fan asked, while another wrote, "Is it a wig?" "Saving money on haircuts?" a third user asked. "Is Cody Brown your brother?" another person joked, referring to a fellow TLC star of Sister Wives fame. Cody, 55, famously has shoulder-length tight curls. Other fans compare him to British singer Rod Stewart, while one person said he looked like Albert Einstein. Matt's last Instagram post was shared in November 2024 and showed the reality star spending time at another beach spot overlooking a body of water with a boat floating in the background. He wore an orange t-shirt and a hat with his usual short hair underneath, further hinting that the longer locks were fake. Hanging out at the Sagi Dollar Bar in the British Virgin Islands, he captioned the photo. Matt's trip to the Caribbean comes after his family's TLC series was canceled after 25 seasons. Though the network has yet to make an official announcement that the show will not return, a source exclusively confirmed to In Touch in November 2024 that it was over and that the Roloffs felt a huge sense of relief. Matt Roloff was the only one that wanted to come back for another season. Everyone else was done a long time ago, the insider said. They're happy to have the show behind them, but they're still dealing with the scars of years on camera. Everyone knows who they are now. Everywhere they go, people recognize them, and it can feel weird. Through the years, Matt and ex-wife Amy Roloff's 4 children, Jeremy Roloff, Zach Roloff, Molly Roloff, and Jacob Roloff, stopped appearing on LPBW. Zach, 34, and wife Tori Roloff were the last to announce in February 2024 that they were leaving after season 25. The show brought fame and money, but it also meant that every piece of family drama played out for the world, from Matt and Amy's divorce to the tensions with their kids. The source continued. When Zach and Jeremy clashed with Matt over buying part of the family farm, that put a huge wedge between them that still doesn't seem even close to being resolved. They're all trying to get back to normal life, but it's not easy. There are still a lot of family rifts and unresolved issues. Matt, who got engaged to girlfriend Caryn Chandler in 2023 after 6 years together,